Hello and welcome to AFL Riverina TV. I'm Lauren Markham. Coolamon versus Ganmain is one of the highlights of the season, and one man who's going to get his first taste of the rivalry this Sunday is new Lions coach Luke Sicker, who joins us in the studio along with Shane Buchanan from AFL Riverina. Welcome, guys.
Thanks, Lauren.
And now, Luke, have you got an idea of what to expect at Kindra Park on Sunday?
Yeah, I think that was probably one of the ones that a lot of people around the club since they got here sort of circle on the calendar and the ones they look forward to. So I think it'll probably be a pretty tough sort of game. I think they always are by what everyone tells me. And I think with the ladder position, they've sort of had a few early wins and where they're just inside the five and we're just outside it. So it'll be good to sort of try and take their spot in there and then build from there.
And like you said, just outside the five, you're 2-2 to start the season after the big win at Narrandera. Are you happy with how you're travelling so far?
Yeah, I am now. We were sort of, all summer we sort of set ourselves for a big first sort of 3-4 games of the year, and sort of we got off to a good start, and then we come undone a bit against Scully and Mango, and then sort of set ourselves to get back to 2-2 was where we sort of had to be after them 2 losses, and yeah, pretty happy with that now.
And now Jimbo Lawton is back in for you guys this week. How important is he to you?
Yeah, he's massive on and off the field, sort of just shores us up down forward and gives us that target, and then plus even at training during the week, he's just that bit of a figure around the club that helps all the young fellas, and he's massive in a lot of ways for us, and it's definitely a fair bit better when he's out there for us.
And what about Jacob Olsen?
Yeah, he's the same. He's been massive this year, and like he's obviously first year playing with him this year, and he's had a couple of years away and he's back, but sort of people told me a few things about him over summer and that, and he's lived up and sort of gone beyond. In my eyes, he's definitely, I reckon, the premier ruckman in the comp, and yeah, he's been massive for us.
Now you've come up from the Sunraysia League. You've had a month in the RFL. What do you make of the footy so far?
Yeah, like standard-wise, it's pretty. It's not bad here. I don't mind. It might even be a touch above the Sunraysia, I reckon. Yeah, it's good, and sort of a few clubs, summer, every club seems to sort of pick up their 2-3 players or 4 or 5 in some clubs' situations, and it's good competition.
And who's the best side you've come up against so far?
In form-wise, Mango were a fair bit better than us when we played them. That were in round 2 out at their ground, so they're the best side we've played so far by a fair bit, I reckon.
Now let's take a look at this weekend's fixtures. Old rivals Turvey Park and Wagga Tigers do battle at Mar Oval. The Goannas will be looking to bounce back against Narrandera. Colin Gully travel to Griffith on Sunday, where the Swans are celebrating their Pink Day, and Ganmain are at Coolamon. Shane, you've seen a few derbies at Coolamon over the years. What can Luke expect, and who are you tipping?
Well, first things first, there'll be a massive crowd. It always is between the 2 clubs, so you can expect that to be the case again. Look, both clubs will play a similar type of footy. There'll be aggression at the footy, a lot of pressure on, tackling and chasing and whatever else. Both play a similar type of game style, done for a number of years. Quick ball movement, get it to your forward line as quick as you possibly can and kick a winning score. So, look, I think Ganmain's going to win the particular game. I just think James Lawton's going to be the difference between both teams. Looking at Coolman's back line, it's young and it's not very tall, and I think James probably will be cause a few headaches down there, and I think the Lions will get over the Hoppers in that one.
Now, Luke, what do you guys focus on this week?
Well, first of all, we focus on getting the win, and I think we've got a very young side, so I think first and foremost we need to get the win, and win against Narrandera last week. It's sort of getting back-to-back wins for our group would be massive for us.
So the other Sunday game this week is Griffith and Gully. What do you think of Gully, and would you tip them in over Griffith?
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for Gully there. Obviously, they won the last 2 flags, and they were a pretty tough side when we played them. But I don't know too much about Griffith. But I can imagine Griffith will be setting themselves for a big game, and sort of Gully may or may not be sort of on the ropes a bit the way they've started the year. But I don't know. I haven't seen Griffiths, but I wouldn't back against the Premiers the last 2 years really.
And Shane, what do you make of this one?
Yeah, both teams injury riddled at the moment. Went and saw Colin Gully last weekend. We're in the game against Coolamon. There's no doubt about that. They played well at times. Probably just couldn't convert at times. And Griffith, I saw them actually the week before as well, and they played. Griffith looked pretty good. They come out all guns blazing against Coolamon, and then Coolamon got back in the game. Injuries hit them that day, so I'd hope that when Griffith structure up, they're going to be a tall team, but they've lost some key personnel, and that's a 50-50 that game. I might just go with Griffith at home in that particular one.
And an old rivalry between Turvey and Tigers. They're kind of a long way apart at the moment.
Yeah, back in the 90s, you would have licked your lips with this particular one, but unfortunately, yeah, Turvey are having a battling year sort of thing. But in saying that, Turvey Park have been in games under half-time and then just seem to drop off in particular matches. They've led, I think, a couple of times in a couple of matches at quarter time. So obviously a young team rebuilding, can't sustain the pressure. So look, Tigers, look, when you got Harvey Danaher playing seconds, Brendan Myers playing under 17s, I'm afraid that probably shows you where the club's at, and then there's other players playing Neath and whatever else. It's a bit scary. So, look, Tigers will win, and they'll win well in that particular match.
And Luke, you guys haven't played Tigers yet, but their win over Mango suggests that they're the team to beat so far this season.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said earlier, Mango are definitely the best side we come up against this year, and Tigers seem to be the side that everyone's talking about, and yeah, rightly so. I think might be a game clear of everyone, and they're only unbeaten side maybe so far.
Now, Luke, are you tipping the Goannas to bounce back against Narrandera?
Yeah, I'd say that. I can't imagine them having too many troubles with Narrandera, really. I'd tip them by a bit, I reckon.
And Shane, the Eagles up against it?
Oh, they're up against it. I mean, I suppose one shining light's been Mick Foster up forward. I mean, he kicked 5 last week. I think he kicked 9 the week before that. So, I mean, you know, he's been a standout for them, but he needs more help up forward. There's no doubt about that. Narrandera, too much of a challenge for the Eagles, I think.
A quick look at round 6 of the Farrer League now, where Coolamon hosts the Northern Jets. Mara have another home game, this time against North Wagga. Temora take on the Bush Pigs, and the Rock are up against Borellan. Shane, it doesn't take long for pressure to build in this league. North Wagga have looked good at times early in the season, but they've only had the 1 win against Borellan. They've had some injury worries too, and it won't get any easier at Mara this week.
No, it won't. Mara's been in pretty good form. I mean, they've pushed teams. I watched them against East Wagga where they were in the game, and, you know, just probably their kicking let them down at times, field kicking Mara, but they were really in the game. Mara seem to be fitter this year as well than previous years as well. But by the same token, North Wagga, they've done everything right. They've gone outside the area. They've recruited players. Injuries have hit. Once again, I think against East Wagga, they were up at 3/4 time and the Hawks ran over the top of them. I think on the weekend, Collie, you know, they'll win the game again. So they've just got to find a way to win. But I just think Mara's form's been really good, and Brad Turner pops up and probably plays his best game for the year, who is always very difficult to handle. So I'm going to go with the Bombers over the Saints, which makes their situation probably even worse.
And now the Jets had a tough day out against East Wagga last week. They'll be up for the game at Coolamon.
They will be. I'm treating this as a mini final because, I mean, you know, both teams, if they've got 2 wins each, and I mean, if they lose this game, they just start, because the competition is so close, they're just going to drop away and make it hard to play finals footy. So it won't be easy for the Jets. I'm going to go with Coolamon to win. I think they showed on the weekend against North Wagga that they're back to a little bit of form. Hopefully they'll get a few more players back in as well. So I'll go with the Blues in that one.
Well, thanks for coming in, guys. And Luke, best of luck at Coolamon for the rest of the year.
Thank you. No worries.